Good day everyone and welcome to our class today. How is everybody? That's great. I hope you all had a fantastic break and that you feel recharged and excited for today's lessons. I prepared a lot of fun and exciting activities which I believe you will all enjoy, but of course at the same time I believe we're all going to learn. Are you guys ready for today's class? Perfect. Okay, let's begin. But before we actually dive into our actual discussion for today, I have here first a quick activity wherein I'm going to ask for your opinion on certain matter. There's really no right or wrong answers for this one, okay? Just to clarify, no right or wrong answers. I just want to know what's your opinion on certain issues. What's your take? What's your stand? Like, are you okay or you're not okay with it? Okay? Let's begin. I have here three situations on the board, and again, I'm just going to ask whether you're for it or you're not for it. Like you agree with it or you disagree with it. Okay, first situation on screen. Children should be involved in family decision making. May I please know who here agrees with the situation? Okay, now how about those who disagree? Okay. Yes, Benjamin, may I know why you agree with this one? Children should be involved in family decision making. Alright. Thank you. Okay, now how about you, Isaac? You raised your hand, you say you disagree. Why? Alright. Fair point. Okay, thank you for sharing your answer. Okay, now moving forward, second situation. Parents have the right to monitor your phone calls and social media accounts. Are you okay with your mom and your dad checking your phones and your social media accounts? Raise your hand if you agree. Okay. Now how about those who disagree? Okay. May I please know, Andre, why do you disagree? Yes, we were talking about privacy. Okay. Yeah, I get you. Thank you. Yes, now how about you, Matthew? Why do you agree with it? Alright. Yes, because as parents, yes, they still need to have access on your social media accounts. Okay, thank you for sharing your answer. Now, finally, our third situation. People need to be vaccinated to prevent various diseases. Okay, do you guys remember the COVID era where we are all isolated inside our houses? Okay, so are you okay with people being vaccinated to prevent various diseases? If you're okay with it, raise your hands. Okay. How about those who are not okay with it? Raise your hands, please. Alright. May I please know your reason why you're okay with it? Okay. Alright, because you already have your experience. Okay. Now how about you please, Saf? Okay. Alright, thank you, Saf. Okay, thank you all for sharing your answers. Again, there's no right or wrong answers for this activity. I just want to know your side or your opinion, whether you agree or you disagree. Now, the reason why we did that activity is because our lesson for today is identifying authors' bias for or against. And throughout our discussion, we hope to cover all the following objectives. Number one, determine the concept of bias. Number two, identify the author's biases in given statements. And finally, number three, analyze biases found in text by determining the author's evidence or reason. Now let's go to our actual discussion for today. Now class, when we say bias, it is any opinion that influences a person's thoughts, feelings, or actions. Remember, in our activity earlier, you give your side, you give your opinion on certain issues. Like for example, having your parents access to your social media. For some people who are not okay with it, after listening to what you said, probably it might influence or it might change the way I think. It might change the way I feel. And eventually, it might change how I am going to take action on it. That's bias. We have actually two types of biases, class. Okay, the first one is bias against, and the second one is biased for. When we say bias against, you tend to lean negatively against it, meaning you're not okay with it, okay? And when we say you're biased for, it means that you lean favorably or positively towards the issue. So like you're okay with it, all right? Did I make myself clear on that issue? Did I make myself clear on that matter? All right. I'd like to continue our discussion, but I'm afraid we don't have much time, so I guess I'll just have to continue tomorrow. Thank you all for listening.